Welcome to another edition of Friday at 4:20. My name is Mike Nabuurs, your host for the next 40 minutes as we attempt to make you laugh on a Friday afternoon, getting set for the weekend. You're already in a good mood, so we figure making you laugh will be way easier than on a Monday morning. Joining me is my panel, as they always do. First off, way over to my right, you know him, you love him. Well, you know him, you like him. Let's go with that. It's Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you?
I'm very good.
Yeah, things are well in your world?
Yeah, it's going all right.
Excellent. Anything you'd like to plug?
Levity Comedy Club.
Wow. Didn't see that coming. Nice job, man. Levity Comedy Club, the funniest place to go see comedians in Hamilton.
Yep.
And also Tuesday nights is karaoke night.
Yep.
We just had Cameron Davidson was our guest, and he hosts karaoke night at Levity Comedy Club on Tuesdays. And then you were telling me, and I thought it was interesting, and you may have mentioned it on our last show, but that Manolis is supplying board games for anyone who wants to come down to Levity Comedy Club before a show starts that night.
Yeah.
And you can play board game. What board games did he bring in?
There's tons. There's like the typical ones, like the ones that most people play are like Connect Four, and he's
Connect Four.
Like
he's got Battleship.
He made a Battleship table and a
the
chess
Battleship table is
then
wicked.
He started bringing in stuff like I'm pretty sure he just found in his basement. There's a Happy Days board game.
Happy Days board game.
Hardy Boys the board game.
Hardy Boys the board game.
There's an Archie Bunker card game, which I'm pretty sure has racist stuff on it.
I'm pretty sure. Manolis is supplying you with top-notch stuff from the 70s.
Weird stuff in there. Yeah.
That's Manolis' decade, the 70s. That's when he peaked, eh? I don't know if you know that.
I peaked when I came out.
Manolis Zontanos is also on our panel, as he always is. Manolis, how are you, man?
I'm good, man.
Excellent. Take a knee, buddy.
T-Connies,
Take
dude.
a knee, dude.
You're killing me.
Yeah.
There's a Cheech and Chong rolling paper, the original one. I got it signed by Chong. That's on the wall.
That's on the wall down there at Levity Comedy Club.
And
so it's really becoming
my basement.
Manolis' man cave.
Yeah.
Come on down to Manolis' man cave downtown Hamilton.
I could buy a house, so now I just put it there, and I feel okay. But I saw a psychic recently, and he told me that I should kill myself. So there's
whoa.
So that's why I'm putting everything in Levity.
Wow. Yeah, you got to get rid of all that stuff, eh?
Yeah.
You know what? Don't go back to that psychic. Okay. That's just like don't even go back there because they'll know you didn't follow up. And our special guest this week, we're surprised he has time for us because he's one of the busiest men in Hamilton. Please welcome to the show, Scott McDonald. How are you, Scott?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Let's just, should we just run down this list? It's as long as my arm of things that Scott's into. First, Che Bar at Hess. That is your bar.
Yep, that's my bar.
How long have you had Che?
13 years now.
13 years?
Yeah.
That must feel like that's flown by pretty fast.
Like so quick. Like,
that's crazy.
Just one big hangover.
Yeah. The whole thing. I don't even remember most of it. Blacked out the entire time. Things are well there at Hess because, there have been times that I can recall, not for some time, when things got out of hand, like Hess was having some problems, right? Policing, all that kind of stuff.
I think the Spectator had the problems with Hess Village.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I think there's a little bit of a media bias.
The lamestream media, eh?
Yeah,
okay, there you go. Because it was never an issue for, you guys were just doing your business people, doing your business. The fact that there were huge crowds is, because we're good at what we do, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So there was a lot going on with a lot of nuances. Like, the police wanted their to be paid by us, not by the city. They wanted their double time, so they tried to make us look worse.
Right.
And it really now
has that all been smoothed out?
Yeah, and it's like Hess Village it's changed a lot too. There's a lot of new owners. There's a lot of new bars, and I don't know. I think it's better now than it ever has been.
Check out Hess Village, and most importantly, check out Che Bar, and as well, Scott McDonald. You've been a part of Concrete Canvas.
Yep, I curated that with Leon Robinson, and I curated about 30 walls with about 60 artists.
So these are walls that you're taking over, or that you've taken over?
Well, yeah, basically we went out, sourced out the walls from property owners,
and then artists are painting these huge murals.
Yeah, and then I partnered up artists with artists who I thought would work best within those neighborhoods.
That's very cool. Yeah. I was sent a shot of a great Ange Mosca.
That was me.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah, I got to meet the family as well.
Mr. Hamilton, right? I mean, the guy has just been around forever. I got a great Ange Mosca story, but I'll share it with you later.
Okay.
And you know what? And we're also going to talk a little bit later. We're going to get the show rolling here, get our game going. But we'll talk a little bit about a really cool thing that you do called Amigo Skate, and we'll get into that, and we'll tell people how they could help out if they want.
The text message, you want to do that later too?
Well, let's do the text message later because Manolis sent me a text message about you, Scott, and I'm going to share it on the air because it was.
No.
Well, it's okay. This is going to be bad for Manolis. Don't worry, it's not bad for you, brother, at all.
Okay.
Let's play our game. It's called Friday at 420. We've got 12 topics in 12 envelopes. They're official Bell Media envelopes because they say Bell Media right on them. Scott, I'm going to get you up there and to the Plinko board. Drop a Plinko puck. We're going to have a little go here. See if we can't. Make a little mess of this day. Plinko took a long time to get down there. Topic number 7, Scott McDonald, who's not sure he really wants to play the game yet, but we're going to get him warmed up here. Topic number 7 is your topic, and I'm going to get you to comment on this first. Do you watch the news, and whether that's local or regional or international? And if you do watch the news, how do you deal with the negativity? How do you come spin yourself back out of all that negative stuff?
In the past year or so, I've just kind of tuned most of it out.
Have you? You're just kind of avoiding that because it is, right? I mean, we're talking like super just negative.
Yeah.
Now the world's falling down around us, and guys like you are doing awesome, positive things in the community. You're going, no, okay, I just don't even want to.
Yeah, well, the closest thing I come to news usually is like either the Daily Show or John Oliver.
That's a great way to get your news.
It really is. At least you can kind of laugh at how the world's falling apart.
Yes. And you're still getting, some of the
pertinent information
that you need.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's a great way to deal with your news. I don't watch the Daily Show as much, not because I don't like it. It's just because it's on so much. But John Oliver.
He's great.
I can't miss John Oliver, man. I love John Oliver.
Jim Jeffries is pretty good too.
Jim Jeffries does an awesome
Jim's
job.
He's on top of his game.
He's totally. Manolis Zontanos, do you watch the news? I know you like politics. You like the political discussion.
Like, the way through, like he's talking about, like Oliver, like Daily Show. I like. Okay. I love Bill Maher actually a lot.
Oh, he's the worst.
I know. I know he's biased and he's
so entitled.
He's so entitled. He's a bit. I know if I talked to him for 10 minutes, I'd probably punch him out. But
you know what? I mean, his show can be interesting. He certainly, and his panel usually is. They're such bright people. But the only thing I would go back to your original point, Scott, which was he just approaches it so negatively.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want all that negativity. Find me some silver lining once in a while, right?
Yeah. And he always just interrupts everybody. It never gives anyone a chance.
He's got a bit of like get off my lawn kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's what happens when you become an old guy like me.
Smoke too much weed.
That's it. Hey, yeah. Wrong strain, maybe.
Yeah.
And so that's where you like to get your news from?
Yeah, but if I watch real news, like I guess normal news or whatever you want to call it.
Normal news?
What I'll do is I'll just start watching porn instead and everything.
That cleans everything up, eh? See, it puts a smile on your face.
Creates a whole new mess.
In more ways than one, Scott McDonald. Patrick Coppolino, how do you handle the news?
I don't watch the news.
There you go. Done. Seriously. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
From Facebook.
I go, yeah, that's perfect.
Only like the big things because everyone's talking about it.
That's where if a story's big enough, it'll right. Everybody's got to say their 2 cents worth.
Yeah,
so
like pedophiles getting murdered.
Then you do you comment ever, or do you just read it?
I just read.
Just read. Manolis Zontanos, get up there and drop a Plinko puck. Our special guest Scott McDonald in the house as we play Friday at 420. Topic number 8. Topic number 8. No, hang on. I'm going to get through these envelopes here. Topic number 8. Manolis, here's your topic. How do you take your coffee? Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, I do drink coffee.
Every morning? How many?
I usually just one coffee.
Just one coffee?
Just one coffee. I can't.
That's it?
That's it. Because if I drink 2, then I'll just keep drinking all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just drink one. I like to drink just some milk, but sometimes I'll go black just see if I can come back. Classic. I don't know. I like.
But milk. Your preference would be milk. But sometimes if the milk's gone bad because you haven't bought new milk, then you'll just have it plain.
If you're on the road and you're really hurting for something fancy and you have that instant coffee, you boil milk and then pour the whole cup with the instant.
Oh, wow! That actually sounds like it might save instant.
It's not good.
You know what? That's all I drink is instant coffee.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a Maxwell House guy. I have been my whole life, and all I do is hammer the Maxwell House. I do Maxwell House espressos every morning, which is 3 scoops of Maxwell House in 1 cup. Oh, baby, until you try it, you'd never like it. Patrick Coppolino, how do you take your coffee, brother?
Double.
Double? That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to not, but...
Yeah. Do you like candy? Like, you have a real sweet tooth?
No, I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I worked at Tim Hortons for like 2 weeks, and then I got fired. While I worked there, someone ordered a small 4x4, which was mostly sugar and cream with some coffee in it. It was disgusting.
Oh man, a small 4x4.
Ice caps, though.
Yeah, I like ice caps. Too.
Okay, so you do have a sweet tooth, brother. You can't lie to us. Scott McDonald, how do you take your coffee, my friend?
Usually 2 sugars, and if they have almond milk, I'll put that in there.
A little almond milk, 2 sugars, so you do it like a little sweet?
Yeah.
Do you like the fancy coffees, or are you just a regular Americano guy?
Yeah, just a small one once a day, and I'm good.
Just one, that's it? You guys are just one? How many are you, Patrick?
I'll have like 1 or 2.
Okay, 1 or 2. All right, that's good. None of you guys are like
No sugar.
pound 7 back before the day's done?
No, I just started drinking coffee like 3 years ago.
Oh, what'd you do before that?
Nothing.
Just natural energy.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Scott finally got old enough. He needed a little pick me up there. Midday, it's like, okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Running a popular bar.
Yeah,
it must keep you up late at night.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But I just adjust accordingly. I wake up later.
Right. Yeah, you sleep in. So
yeah.
Che Bar on Hess is Scott McDonald's bar, and a very popular one indeed. Whose turn is it to Plinko? Drop that puck, Mr. Coppolino. This is Friday at 4:20. Scott McDonald is with us. Patrick Coppolino, Manolis Zontanos. We did 8 already. 12. We have. It's not a particular numbering system we're using here, Scott. Not high tech.
It looks complicated.
Yes. It had to double up because there's not enough things.
Oh, look, it's the sample question that I gave Scott when he said, like, "How's this game where I go? Hey, we'll just ask you simple questions like favorite chocolate bar."
Coffee crisp. Double coffee.
Not a coffee crew, really?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody who liked coffee. When you go Halloween, you go trick or treating, and you come back and and you get and people have given you the little mini coffee crisp, and the kids are like literally they're just throwing them aside. Nobody wants a coffee crisp.
I love coffee crisp.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Manolis,
Mars. I'm going Mars bar.
You like the Mars bar?
Yeah, it was the first one I got into when I was a kid.
When you were a kid? Do you guys ever eat? Would you pick up a chocolate bar from time to time, or you just almost never have one?
Just if I'm stoned, I guess.
Okay, well, that's great. You know what? This show's all about honesty.
Well, I mean, that's what we're really... sometimes it's legal.
No, I know absolutely.
But if sometimes you're like, that's at that moment you're like, oh yeah. Mars bar, man. That's your voice.
It was funny. Manolis was saying things like that on the air on this show when we were doing the show before it was legal. So I guess now that it's legal, we're totally okay. Scott, you like your chocolate bars?
I used to love Mars bars, but it's been about like 5 or 6 years.
Really?
Since I've had one. Yeah.
Are you a health guy?
I don't eat meat or any of that stuff.
Okay.
And,
are you full vegan? Just a vegetarian?
Like almost full. There's like a few little things. I'm celiac too, so I can't.
That has a huge impact.
I'm like the worst person to eat with ever.
Okay.
But I just kind of.
How does that? Yeah, I mean, you guys got some wonderful food there at Che Bar, right? I mean,
no, we stopped doing food.
Oh, so no food anymore?
For now, maybe next year we might do like a vegan, gluten-free menu.
Oh, well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because you've sampled every.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a good.
You have a really good idea of what that should taste like.
Yeah,
What you'd like it to taste like. That's
exactly.
Awesome. It is Scott's turn to drop the Plinko puck. Mr. McDonald's getting up there, and we're going to. When he sits down after he's picked his topic, number 3. Okay, let me just pull up my text message. So we said we'd talk about this because Manolis sent me a text, and it was about you, Scott, because you were coming on the show, and he wanted to make sure I knew who you were and all the things you've contributed to our community, which is awesome.
Yeah, I can't imagine what I did.
So he writes, Scott's the guy who does graffiti art. He's the one doing all those giant mirrors on the city. Now, I didn't know if it was mirrors because that's what he thought they were, or if that's autocorrect from murals because they are murals.
I talked into my phone. I hit record, talked to my phone. So it's the iPhone's fault.
So it's the iPhone's fault. Scott's been...
I can spell mural or mirrors.
Okay, excellent. I just wasn't sure. I saw mirrors and I went... Okay, I don't know of anybody putting up giant mirrors all over the city. That would be kind of cool.
It would actually be kind of neat. Actually, I wouldn't want to. I don't think most of the people in Hamilton want to see what Hamilton looks like.
Not reflected back to them like that. Talk to us a little bit about this project, the Concrete Canvas.
So basically, we started. I started planning this a couple years ago. I've been doing murals in the city for since like 1993.
Yeah.
And
you do art yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where this sort of stems from.
And like it was kind of banned around 95, 96.
Yeah.
The Hamilton Police created a vandal squad. They created all these bylaws saying you can't have any murals.
Okay.
And so even after that, we would have some kind of mural exhibitions, but the police would just be picking kids off.
Yeah.
And it was pretty harsh. And so for the longest time, everything just was banned in the city. And I did one for Pete Diakoski.
Okay,
that
yeah.
big parrot on Jackson. And then the mayor retweeted it and saying it's his favorite mural. I'm like, well, look, this is technically illegal, man. Like,
yeah.
Let's make some changes. So,
but the mayor's on board now.
Yeah. So we talked with like Councillor Farr, Ken Coit, and a bunch of people from the city, and we started planning this whole thing out. And I've traveled around the world painting, and so I had a pretty good network of artists.
Yeah.
So we didn't have much funding because like one of our title sponsors backed out at the last second. I'm not going to say who they are, but they suck. And
especially when you commit.
Yeah.
To pull out it does suck.
Yeah. And well, that's the only time pulling out. But
usually it's a really good move.
Yeah. But so they. So I just got a bunch of artists to come in as a showcase. So
that's
it was
awesome.
like bring your own paint, and then I got a paint sponsor jumping on board last minute. The city jumped in with some cash to help pay for.
Who's our paint sponsor?
They're called One Take America or One Take.
One Take,
and they're out of Montreal, but it's like One Take America.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so they helped us out, and then basically we went from Sherman and Barton, and the way I kind of wanted to create it was to have all these walls go from Sherman and Barton up to John and Hunter, and back into Hess Village. So it gave people like a route to follow.
Almost like a path, right?
Yeah, and so it gets people to get, off their phones outside in the neighborhoods they won't normally go into, and, hopefully engage with some of the restaurants and businesses that are around there that aren't on James Street North or any of the places that are just kind of blown out.
And the beautification of these walls and the colorfulness of the city, right?
It helps build up and inspire, the city. And one of the things we're doing with the city is starting a pilot program at Woodland Park, Woodland Park on Wentworth and Barton. We're creating like a legal wall, where people can start painting, and it could act as like an incubator to help build and grow up the scene.
Local artists,
yeah,
too.
And because normally, like everyone who's doing this has all learned illegally,
right? Yeah,
which is kind of messed up.
That is, and that's very cool. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know how long. 15 years ago, I guess. Scott was nice enough. I worked at Pinky Loose Rec Center.
Oh, that was like in the 90s.
When was
that? Was around 98.
Okay, 90. Oh, yeah, okay.
So 20 years ago.
20 years. Oh, I was close, right?
Oh, whoa. Man, 5 years, whatever. Those 5 years are lost.
I got okay from the rec center to make this one room, a room for the kids to hang out. It was called the Chilling Room. And they picked the name. The kids picked the name.
Yeah, because that's where the refrigerant was kept.
But then I'm like, how can I get graffiti art on the walls? And
And
they're like, well, no. But I go, what if I put giant pieces of wood? Can I get that done? And they're like, oh, okay. And then so I contacted Scott, and he put a crew together, and you did the whole room.
Yeah, it was really fun
for free.
Yeah, that's very cool. When you travel the world and you've met all these artists, there are lots of cities that have some really cool stuff like this going on, right? I mean, you brought it back home to Hamilton, which is really awesome.
Yeah, well, we're kind of embarrassingly behind. Even like Saskatoon or Moncton have these massive mural programs every year, like Inspire or Summer Fling and stuff like that, where they bring in all these international artists.
Wow.
And they change the whole visual landscape of the city.
So you're going to keep working on this?
Oh, yeah. Next year we want to go big. We want to go after some corporate sponsors who are going to actually follow through with what they say. And,
that's awesome. And we're gonna beat Moncton and Saskatoon.
It's gonna be really cool.
Leave them in our dust. Was it topic number 3? What? Topic number 3. Topic number 3. Sorry, I just changed gears on us there. We got to get back to the show. We want to. We're going to talk about skate, Amigo Skates coming up as well. But I want to get all that out because what you're doing is awesome, man. It really is. It really is helpful for the city of Hamilton and for the young people in Hamilton. All right, whose topic is this? What was it, Scotty's?
Yeah, it's mine.
What line of work do you wish you were in? So if you weren't doing the myriad of things you're doing, is there something? Scott, you sound like a guy who's actually following his personal dreams.
I want to be retired.
Okay,
That's it.
That's it. You said to go at the end of the day, you go, okay, maybe I got too many balls in the air, and I wouldn't mind just
But no, I'm
a month with my phone not buzzing.
I love everything that I'm doing. So.
You really have followed a lot of your dreams,
Yeah.
which is huge, and you realize, of course, that that's not what the majority of the people are doing.
Yeah.
They're not following their dreams, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm I worked in advertising and design before, which is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Got, banked a lot of cash from that, opened up the bar.
Yeah.
And then now I've just had the bar and I'm just coasting.
And you're just having a good time, man. But
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of good stuff for the community, which is really cool. So you can, put your head down at night and sleep well, knowing your bar is making lots of money, so you're putting it back into the community, which is cool. Manolis, I know you're doing what you always dreamed of doing.
You know what I try to do?
Watching Pornhub. But besides that, what would you do if you
I left Mohawk College because I realized I wasn't smart enough to be there. And this guy goes, "You're leaving?" I'm like, I dropped out after like 4 months. He says, where are you going? I'm like, I go like this. I go, I'm gonna go be a stuntman.
Oh, that's the dream.
And
Amazing.
I paid one of those scams in Toronto. I paid $1,000
to become a stuntman.
I passed the course because I had money, and it was bogus. But you know why? Because I wanted to be the fall guy.
You wanted to be Lee Majors.
I wanted to be a stuntman and solve crime.
Yes, you did.
That's what I wanted.
You thought that's what stuntmen did on their off days.
And I failed.
A stuntman, beautiful. Patrick Coppolino, what line of work would you be in if you weren't in the line of work you're in?
Every career thing I ever took, any of those tests,
yeah.
Every single time, the first thing that would come up was helicopter pilot.
Wow! for nobody ever. Like, wow.
But I did several different tests. And
would you think that'd be cool?
Top two.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that'd be a pretty cool gig, right?
Helicopter in my life.
Yeah, but that'd be a cool. But to do it,
yeah,
be a little bit like playing a video game, man. I mean, yes. Put Patrick in a helicopter. Manolis, let's get up there and drop a Plinko puck. We got everyone's careers all sorted out. That's good. We're good to go. You're listening to Friday at 420. Scott McDonald, the owner of Che Bar on Hess, is our special guest in studio. Manolis, Patrick, myself, Mike Neighbors.
We do 7?
Let me see if 7. I don't believe so. I don't think we've used 7 yet.
Yeah.
We did.
11.
Yeah, 11. The alternate to 7 is 11 at this juncture on Friday at 420. Give me somebody to follow on Instagram or on social media. Who's somebody I should be following?
Funny story. I would say Scott McDonald.
Scott McDonald, right?
I got a good account.
Yeah, he's very cool
what
pictures.
What is the actual...
Scott and Destroy. So SCOTTANDDESTROY.
But the funny thing about
Scott and Destroy.
Yeah, like Skate and Destroy.
Yeah, on Instagram, on
Instagram, yeah.
On Instagram, that's the primary, right?
The funny thing about that, and Scott knows this, is when I didn't understand Instagram at first because I thought it was just to make pictures look fancy.
Right. Just like a photo filter thing, right?
Yeah. I didn't understand that, and I chose to put it on Facebook. I didn't know there was people watching my Instagram. Thank God I didn't do anything stupid. But then once I realized that, that I could follow people. I followed Scott, and then I just thought it'd be funny if I just follow Scott for 5 years.
Yeah,
No.
it was a couple of years. Yeah, and then people. I got mad when you started following someone else.
Yeah, it was because my nephew finally got his. He goes, "You're not gonna follow me?" I'm like, "You don't understand. I just follow one person. You're not gonna follow me?" I'm like,
He's like,
yeah.
I
still don't like your nephew, man.
You're only allowed to follow one person.
But for
That's
years,
it.
I just followed Scott.
That was it.
It was great,
and it was good.
And then he got mad at me. I'm like, I would talk to him like, I didn't know. It's like I didn't know that. It's like, Manolis, I am the only one you follow. How do you not know this?
Well, as I've pointed out on this show many times, if you ever see a picture on Instagram of a young woman hardly wearing any clothes, underneath it will say, liked by Manolis. He has liked every picture on Instagram of a scantily clad woman.
Yeah, I want them to keep doing what they do.
Yes, you do. You're supporting the arts community, really, in your own way. Patrick Coppolino, who's somebody that we should be following on one of the social medias? Any of them?
At No Chill.
At No Chill.
Follow that one?
No.
Oh. It's just it's one of the million meme.
Just a good meme
pages,
one,
but it's really good.
At No
really
Chill.
Funny.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll check that one out, man. Because I screenshot memes all the time because they're just really funny bits, right?
Yeah.
You sit there and you
There's
go,
a Hamilton one too. Have you seen that one? It's called like the Hamilton Memer or something. It's
Oh,
all
okay.
Hamilton meme.
Is it good?
Really?
It's really funny.
Well, there's that real Hamilton, which is pretty good too.
Real Hamilton?
Real Hamilton?
yeah.
Real Hamilton. Hamilton Memer.
I think it's the Hammer Memer.
Hammer
or something,
Memer. And then the first one you said?
yeah. At No Chill.
At No Chill. Do you have somebody, Scott, you'd like us to follow? Yeah, can you think of somebody?
I don't know if I can mention them.
Oh, okay.
No, that Real Hamilton is pretty funny. There's
Okay,
another one called The Worst Guy 2.0, it's dark, but it's
dark,
good.
but it's very funny. Excellent. All right, we gave people some choices there. Check those things out on your social media. Patrick Coppolino, you're up to bat, my friend, here on Friday at 4:20. Did want to quickly, because we want to make sure we fit this in before we get into another topic. Amigo Skate, which is another thing Scott McDonald is up to.
Yeah.
A very cool thing. So now you're a boarder, right? I mean, you've been
I've
a
been skateboarding my whole life.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Hugely into it, love it. It's become a big part of you.
Yeah.
And then you decided, at what point did you decide you wanted to help spread the skateboarding love to Cuba?
Probably about like 11 or 10 years or 12 years ago, I saw a video called The Cuban Skateboard Crisis.
Right.
And it just talked about the Cuban skateboard scene, how there's no shops. The whole scene just depended on other people bringing boards in.
Right.
So my bar actually got suspended for being over capacity. So I was shut down for 2 weeks. I was like, all right, make something positive out of it.
Sure.
So I went down to Cuba and just stayed in Havana. Like, I brought a bunch of boards with me and didn't know anybody, didn't know anything. Slept on the streets the first couple nights. And then... met up with some skaters and then kind of got the lay of the land, handed out some boards, and then, made some good friends.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just kind of snowballed. More people started coming down with me. At one point, we brought like 400 boards down at one trip. Police arrested us. We got in a fight with the cops.
Like importing, importing rules?
They didn't like us. They thought we were like undermining the youth subculture. And
that's a little bit scary when you're in a foreign country.
It was fun.
And Cuba's a little out of control for that.
Yeah, I've spent a couple nights in Cuban jail.
Wow.
And I loved it all. At one point, I was sneaking, I snuck my cell phone into jail the one night. And I was posting on Facebook. The guard was sleeping. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm in jail right now.
That is crazy, man.
I ended up faking having diabetes to get out that time.
No way. That is crazy.
Good times.
So well, great stories, right?
Yeah.
And at the heart of it, I'm gonna say, I don't know, but I'm gonna say that you're doing a good thing. You're doing a good thing, so that when you're sitting in jail, it's not like you were caught with a pound. It's
not like locked up abroad.
With skateboards, you're going. Somebody's gonna come to realization. I'm just trying to help the youth here find.
Well, sometimes it's for vandalism too, but
okay.
But like I've built a couple skateboard parks down there.
That is cool,
we've raised funds for it, like so. The federal sports agencies and all that love us, but it's just the local cops who don't like us.
Yeah.
So we have some hurdles, but it's fun.
So can people give to Amigo Skate? Can they contribute somehow? How would they get in touch with you?
What they can do is they can, if they want to buy boards for Amigo Skate, they can go down to the local shop on John Street.
Okay.
It's like the local skateboard shop. It's like right on John and Hunter. They could, buy boards there, or they can like donate shoes, donate everything.
Yeah.
And I usually I'm going in October, and then we go back usually in March or February or March.
Awesome.
And so we go to a couple times a year, and we bring all the stuff down.
That is really cool.
Distribute it out. Like now, like when we started, there was like maybe 20, 25 skaters in the city.
Yeah.
Now there's about 800 in Havana. And then across the whole country, there's like 1,500. There's people who take like 12-hour bus rides just to come meet me.
That is crazy, man. Yeah. And all those kids all skateboarding away from the local cops. No wonder they hate them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like when you got a kid on a skateboard, he's not thinking about all the crappy stuff that's happening. He's living in the moment.
Absolutely.
He's learning things like a math problem. Usually after 5 times, you quit. When you're trying to learn to do a kickflip, you're trying to like 500 times, and that translates into a lot of cool things.
And building confidence, and all. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that goes with it. It's not just riding a skateboard down the street. What's the name of the skateboard shop, John and Hunter?
The local shop.
The local shop. Yeah. Okay. Amigo Skate is Scott McDonald's charity to help out the kids in Cuba. That's a very, very cool initiative, Scott, and we appreciate you sharing that with us.
We did a comedy show, raise money for that once, right?
It was awesome.
Well, we should do another one now.
I'm down.
Like at levity.
Yeah, sure.
Like, let's figure it out when we get off the air.
Let's figure it out,
Okay,
man.
cool.
Yeah, let's do something
100%.
before you go in October, and we'll
Yeah.
see if we can't load you up with some cash to get you out of jail.
Yeah, I just got. I was down in Miami and we shipped about it was like 300 cans of spray paint from Miami by water to Havana, and it was supposed to come through like a month later, but it just came through. We did it in March. It just got through now.
Wow!
So it's there waiting for us.
Yeah.
And so I'm going down there with a bunch of artists.
And again, it's this is for the art part, right?
Yeah, and
this
like
is-
that's another part that we do
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So
Just
we-
again, much like you're doing here in Hamilton, is to help. And Cuba's such a cool place, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get away from the political end of it, it's just a gorgeous place.
I love it. And
Yeah.
like I don't know, they're way happier than we are.
That's what number were we at? Sorry,
5.
I got we're number 5, and this is your topic, Patrick Coppolino. All right, number 5. Here we go. Friday at 4:20 with Scott McDonald, our special guest. Favorite summer vacation thing as a kid? What do you remember from being a kid? Summer vacation. What was the favorite thing? Favorite thing to do? Favorite place you went and saw? Favorite vacation you took? Give me something from your summer vacation as a kid, Patrick.
We didn't go on a lot of vacations.
We didn't go anywhere. Oh, you poor sheltered child.
Center
No wonder you're
Mall.
so. No wonder you're so pale. Did you ever go swimming at Pinky Lewis Pool? I know the
Not
lifeguard there.
but,
Okay.
I don't know. I went camping a lot as a kid.
Did you
Or
go camping?
Cottages and stuff. Yeah.
Well, you went camping. Do you like camping?
No.
Oh,
No, I had a lot of traumatizing experiences camping.
did you?
Yeah.
What was it about? Like it just the roughing
like-
it part? No electricity?
No, just like fights with my parents and stuff.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Camping's a high tension moment for parents.
Yeah.
And they get really tense with each other, and it's I mean, things aren't working out well, and the kids, I could see where that would be your memory of that. That's awesome. All right, let's move on to Manolis' childhood, which was much brighter because he didn't know any better.
Did your parents run out of pizza?
Oh yeah, Manolis, childhood memory from summer vacation.
My parents actually would take us to Greece a lot.
Oh,
when I was a kid.
wow.
I think I went when I was 7 the first time. That was pretty dope.
Patrick's summer vacation would have been a hell of a lot better if he was in Greece.
And then me and my brother had a pet. There was these 2 chickens that were just in our neighborhood that were like, it was weird. It was kind of fenced in, I guess. And we had these 2 pet chickens, and then all of a sudden we were eating one night, and then realized the next day, we were like, "Where are the chickens? Where's our pet chickens?" And my dad's like, "Oh, you ate them last night."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, George, man. George just, every once in a while, George just laid you out, right?
Yeah,
Just laid you out with one.
He loved it.
We loved having George on the show. Scott McDonald, did you grow up in Hamilton?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised in the Hammer. Where'd you go to high school?
Bishop Bryan.
Bishop
Well,
Bryan.
I dropped out of Bishop Bryan.
Okay.
And then I dropped out of a few other schools too.
Oh, you bounced around a little bit. Got to see a little more of the city. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Summer vacation memories from when you were a
always
kid.
used to
Got
love
anything?
Wild Waterworks.
Oh, Wild Waterworks.
Yeah.
It's a cool place,
It was the
yeah.
best. And then one time I got like fish hooked coming out of the water by a Band-Aid.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a little traumatized now. I don't really like the public pools too
Yeah,
much.
public pool system now suddenly is like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Wild Waterworks still in operation, still a good time for the kids.
Yeah.
We met at Parkdale.
Yeah, Parkdale.
That's where we met, right?
Yeah. He used to run at the skateboard park there they used to have in the summer.
Yeah.
And
I was a lifeguard there, and he was like skating there every day.
yeah, and then we'd go usually pool hopping there at night.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Manolis has shared some stories about the pool at night. Let's get back to the Plinko board. It is Scott McDonald gets one more try before we run out of time here on this Friday at 4:20. Got time for maybe one, maybe 2 topics, depending on how what
10?
Any sure there's a 10. Yeah, there's a 10. If the topics go 1 to 12, there's definitely a 10 involved. This is a joke topic. Scott McDonald, this is actually important.
Okay.
As the owner of Che Bar on
Yeah.
Hess, as a great community spirit, doing mirrors all over the city, what is the caramel secret?
Oh, I'm vegan, so I don't know.
It's taking a pass. Did you ever see the caramel? Like they say, what's the secret to getting the caramel in the caramel,
They
right?
obviously had the caramel frozen, and then they just put the
Frozen. See, now I never thought about frozen.
yeah, because if it's frozen, then it can't move.
I kind of thought like dollop, like a bottom half would go through the machine that would dollop caramel in and then a top half squished on top.
Yeah, but if the chocolate's melted and then the thing's frozen, it'll leave it perfectly.
It would leave it perfectly. Hey, Manolis, did you spend any time on the caramel secret?
I actually know the real answer. So they make the chocolate bar with no caramel in it, and then they got this guy that works at the Fastco, and he has a drill press thing. And he goes
nice with like a hypodermic needle.
Yeah. And then they pass along to another guy, and they slather it until it all goes in there.
Oh, so it fills the holes in, so you can't see where the drill press was.
And then you have to blow all the excess stuff off top, and then they put it in the package.
Oh, wow. Process. See, and Scott thought he had it figured out.
I thought I had the easy way.
Wow, yeah. Patrick Coppolino. Wait, this is going to be the best one. Patrick Coppolino?
I actually saw them do it.
No!
My school went to the Cadbury factory.
It's a damn
secret. Yeah. There's one.
Yeah,
it's a secret.
I think it was going down here. No, but it's not. They showed us. I remember being so disappointed too, because it basically is that they do a bottom layer of chocolate, then they put the caramel in, and then the machine puts the
top layer on. Squeezes the press on the
side.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah! Wow. I actually saw them do it. You know what?
That's amazing.
I am not. I'm not bringing up McDonald's secret sauce. I don't want it. Don't tell me what it is.
Yeah, Manolis makes that in his basement.
Oh, yeah.
Special ingredient is Pornhub.
Oh, yeah. Well, wouldn't that be the McDonald's secret sauce over here on my left?
Yeah, Pornhub's pretty great.
Yes. All right, time for one more topic. Whose turn? We got time, just one more, and then we're going to make sure we get a good goodbye here to our very special guest, Scott McDonald. Number two. Let's do it. Here we go. Friday at 4:20. Last topic for today. What's your trick to getting to sleep at night?
Rye. Lots of rye.
You're not supposed to drink alcohol to get to sleep. That's really it's a misnomer, but it works for you.
I drink it, and I actually I slap it on my face.
Splash it on my face.
It seems to help a lot.
That's awesome. Patrick, you got a trick for getting to sleep if you're tossing and turning?
I don't know. I gotta try to just turn my TV off.
Okay, yes. Stop stimulating your butt.
Watch like Stranger Things, and the sun will come up by the time I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Oh yeah, when you get caught in one of those loops, right? Yep.
Yeah, I can't.
Stranger Things is actually really good though.
Yeah,
that was like an awesome series, man. It was like too good, yeah. Scott McDonald, you're a late night guy going to bed. You ever tossing and turning, worrying about all these things you got going on in the air? What do you do to get to sleep? You're alcohol too.
I'm a bar owner.
Come on, man. What did you expect me to say, dude? That is awesome, guys. Listen, a great edition of Friday at 4:20. Can't appreciate enough you coming in. First of all, Scott, because you are obviously a very busy man. We want to make sure we give a shout out to Che Bar. So check it out on Hess.
Come by.
Come by. Drop in, man. It's an awesome place to hang out. As well, you've got Concrete Canvas, which is you're putting up mirrors all over the city.
Yes,
which
reflections.
Is awesome of you. Who else do you got? Because I mentioned the Ange Mosca, giant Ange Mosca, which I loved. But what other? Because you brought in artists from all over to do this.
There's stuff. If you go on concretecanvasfest.com, there's a map that shows where all the walls
find
are.
all the murals.
Yeah,
it'd be a great thing to do for summer vacation with the kids.
Yeah, just walk around.
It's like a treasure hunt. Find the murals
on Barton Street around 5 a.m. It's amazing.
Oh my God,
seeing sunrise.
That's totally amazing, right?
I love
it. That is concretecanvasfest.com. Is that where we want to go?
Yes.
And Amigo Skate. Check out the local store.
The local skateboard shop on John and Hunter.
The local skateboard shop, John and Hunter. They'll be able to hook you up with any information you need about donating or about buying some skateboards for Amigo Skate and help Scott help the kids in Cuba. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you doing it, dropping in and doing this with us. Oh, yeah. Give us your Instagram one more time.
It's Scott and Destroy.
Scott and Destroy on Instagram. Check that out. Manolis?
Just want to say I've known Scott forever now.
Over 30 years.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I know.
It's gross.
We should be dead.
Great way to describe it, Scott.
I love him to death.
I was looking for a way to describe our relationship, Manolis, and I'm going to steal Scott's. It's gross.
I just say he does too much for Hamilton. So
he does an amazing amount.
If you're down in Hess, go to Che, have a beer. It's
absolutely,
my favorite
man.
place to be in the world.
We open at 10 o'clock each night. So
10 o'clock each night. Drop in. He's helping fund a lot of really cool projects through that. So
that's all I got to say.
All right, and Patrick Coppolino, who do we follow?
At Levity Comedy Club.
At Levity Comedy Club. Don't forget at Levity Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights we got the karaoke night.
Yep. Wednesday amateur night. Friday, Saturday pro shows.
You can find out all the information of who's going to be there, times, tickets. And don't forget, if you go early on the night of a show, club opens at 6, you can play some of Manolis' board games in his man cave.
Yeah.
Doesn't get better than that.
They're good games.
Yeah. Or I was actually thinking of what Scott said. Gross. Thank you so much for tuning into this edition of Friday at 420. Thanks to our special guest, Scott McDonald. And thank you most of all to you for listening to this little extravaganza. We appreciate it. Until we get a chance to talk to you again in 7 days. Have an awesome weekend.
Woo!